Hello again, Bart Riley here to help you make my dreams come true. Yeah, I know what I said. Speaking of dreams, it's definitely a sign that you're supposed to be a creative person when you literally dream an entire TV series. Then it's concerning when that dream comes with the disclaimer, I do not condone child abuse. Seriously, being the father of an autistic 4-year-old, the line between discipline and punishment is constantly on my mind. And this series is intended to explore all kinds of child abuse. Neglect, abandonment, mental abuse, physical abuse, explicit abuse, even babying children and giving them everything they want, but to the extent they become bratty adults who can't handle life on their own. Karen's... Whew, dusty in here. So what my actual dream was started out as a extended hide-and-seek game, which I personally wasn't actually a part of. I was just walking through, watching the kids play. The youngest child I remember seeing was about 7, oldest would have been about 15. Based on like a large farm property, and as it continued, it started feeling more like a reality show, where the kids would have opinions, there'd be camera people all around. But then the kids started disappearing. I never saw anyone die. The implication was they were being voted off, but they just never came back. So, where'd they go? Then it went into a nosedive when I, now part of the group, tried to escape the farm. Things just went weird, and once I escaped, there was something I had to do back on the farm, which was hard to get to now that I'd escaped. Eventually, it all started feeling like hell, or purgatory, or limbo, or some separate realm. It wasn't quite on fire, but nothing really made sense. And then, a few weeks later, there was another dream, back on the same farm, but it was one of the reality show challenges. We were on either side of a fence, me and a doppelganger wearing a mask. We were fighting over an RC car. We each had our control and we were trying to get it to our side of the fence. It didn't really make sense, but it's a dream, when will it? So while I'm awake, I took all these elements, put them together into a TV series that's a fake kids reality show, horror, twisted crap thingy, mix match. Yeah. First inspiration that came to mind was the film A Million from South Korea, literally a deadly reality show. A bit of a tangent here. When I'm in a public space every now and again, I will get a strong urge to just look around and contemplate, if this bus randomly crashed into the ocean, what kind of people would I be stranded with? That mentality I blame on Lost, and Heroes, and Once Upon a Time, and Orange is the New Black, and Final Destination. And I've tried a few times to make my own version of this story. One of them was so stupid and confusing, even to me, and one of them straight up illegal. But was a good show within a show setup, like I'm using here. Clearly my brain just got sick of it and gave me the answer to a dream. So you really wanted your own show like this? Then stop, hands off the keyboard, I will do it for you. Hey YouTube, I got a new idea to give away. What the hell? So this series is a bunch of random people, children in this case, each with their own backstory. In the filming style, you can have the present as fly-on-the-wall camera setups or interviews, while all the character flashbacks are in traditional filming, just to differentiate the time periods. And the scenario that connects them all is a murderous cult of children who wear masks to protect their identity. Yeah, twisted. So in reality, they all found their way to this cult, murdered people for the fun of it, and in a police raid they all died, went to hell for a torturous game show with the possibility of going to a better place, by playing the game properly and redeeming themselves. Of course, some of the children are going to fail. The symbolism of masks and their doppelgangers is them struggling with their trauma as a separate entity from their crimes. One does not excuse the other. It can be a bit hard to not demonize people for that. I'm trying to say that regardless of what abuse the children got, they do still need to take responsibility for the actions they commit. The game show challenges are supposed to help the kids move on from their trauma, accept their responsibility, forgive the people who abused them, but that doesn't excuse them from the abuse. It's a complicated issue. I know I suck at explaining my point, but I am trying to interpretate dreams here. Thanks for watching. This is my verbal declaration that I will not sue anyone for using the previous outline to create their own work, regardless of how much fame or money you might get from it. I'm definitely not the kind of artist who thinks I can own a concept. However, I would like to see what comes out of this video just for comparison and curiosity. If you do make something or find an existing piece that's similar, please let me know through Twitter or Facebook or email, and I'll happily check it out. And if you want to see the ideas I am working on for myself, please visit my Patreon page for samples and previews, no payment required. Happy creating, Bard Riley out! And hey, I even altered my decorations, because I had something thematic for once. Constantly on my mind. Oh shit, you're both in here. What are you going to be like that? Out! Damn cats.